George, the Young Player of the Year for the 2020-21 season, you must be really proud.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's always nice to pick up an individual award, especially it kind of being my first season. It's been a bit of a whirlwind of a season, but more than anything, the team success comes first. And this season we've managed to be a successful team in the end, and that comes before anything. But it's always nice to get recognition for playing well.
The journey you've been on, I suppose sometimes you've probably got to pinch yourself, really.
Yeah, I think especially now the season's finished, it's a good time to reflect on what's happened. The season personally has been crazy from where I started to where I finished, but I think I took everything on my stride, and I'm just delighted the way it all panned out, really.
The coaching staff chose you for the award. How thankful are you to them for what they've sort of helped you to achieve?
Yeah, like I say all the time, they've been a massive help, and they've been a great guidance for me this year, especially. The type of football the manager wants to play has really suited my style. Pete, the assistant, is a great coach on the pitch. He's always getting on to me, telling me the little bits of detail I need to improve on, and every time I've tried to take them little bits in for my next game, from training session to training session, and they've all just been great. They created a great culture around the club, a winning mentality, and it's an enjoyable place to come in every day. So I don't think it's just me that's benefited from them. I think everyone has, and it's such a great place to come in.
When you reflect on the moment that you came and signed for the club, and maybe a little bit further down the line when you never came to the club, how far do you think you've actually come since then?
Yeah, I think I've come on leaps and bounds. I've seen picture of me maybe 18 months ago, almost 2 years ago, from when I first signed to where I am and what I look like now. To be honest, I think I've grown in confidence. I think I've developed more as a footballer, and as a person with the people around me. I think everything's kind of come hand in hand, and yeah, I think there's been a massive progression from there till now.
You obviously played in non-league for Longridge, for Bamber Bridge. They say that playing around better players helps you to improve your game. Has that been the case since you've actually got into the team here at Bolton?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's still good footballers in non-league football, but there's not as many in the team. So when you're playing in a team with 9 other outfielders and the goalie that are all really good footballers, everyone's moving for each other, creating angles. So when you're on the ball, it's easier for you, because everyone else, you know who you give it to, you can trust them with the ball. They'll move for you, and that's probably the biggest difference.
In your position as well, the players in that area of the field in this squad, those are lads that have got bags of experience and have played higher up the ladder, like Kieran Lee, MJ Williams, and even Anthony Sarcevic as well.
Yeah, definitely. They've all got amazing qualities, and if I can pick up any little bits of detail off them to add to my game, I can only come a bit more well-rounded. And as you say, they've got the experience on me. They're always there to ask questions on their previous experiences and how to deal with different sorts of pressures. Like the perfect example is the running. I've not experienced a promotion like that before, whereas Sars and a few other of the lads have like a serial promotion winners, so they know how to handle those types of scenarios, and that's kind of guided me this time around. 25
appearances you ended up making for the club last season. What's the next step for you now? What's your next objective?
I just want to build on it again next season. Hopefully I can kick on, get a good pre-season and play as many games as I possibly can. I want to try and drive this club up another level, because I believe we're good enough. I believe the style of play we play is good enough, and I genuinely believe that the way this club and the way the manager speaks about the club, he can only take us forward, and I really want to be part of that journey, and as I say, I want to play as many games as I can next year and contribute as much as I can to the team.
Yeah, it's a very exciting club to be a part of at the moment. It must feel like that from your perspective as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think not just me, but a lot of the lads are itching to come back already because of how we left last season, especially on a high. We've seen the transformation throughout the season of how we played, and as I say, the winning mentality and culture around the club now, that people want to come back to Bolton Wanderers. Everyone wants to play for Bolton Wanderers, and so they should, because we're a club on the rise, we're a massive club, and when we've been playing like that, it's attractive. People want to come watch, people want to play for us, and if we can get back and start driving us up that league, that's going to be great.
Only your first full season in professional football, but a promotion under your belt. It must have been fantastic to be involved not only in the running, but that game at Crawley as well when we got over the line.
Yeah, it was great. Saving 4 goals for the last game of the season was always nice. We were finally clinical in front of goal that day. But we'd had snippets throughout the season of how good we can play, and on that day, especially the week before against Exeter, I think everything came out on that performance of what it really meant to every single one of us, and it was a really proud moment. I think it will be for the rest of my life.
Coming up to a couple of years since you've been at the club, but you've yet to play in front of the supporters. You must be really excited to do that next season.
Yeah, that is probably the only dampener of last season, to be honest, not being able to play in front of them. When they do come in, I've been here watching as a fan, and I've seen them all around, 10,000-12,000 of them, and the atmosphere they create is unbelievable. So to be a player on that pitch when they're here is going to be unbelievable. Honestly, I don't think I'll be able to put it into words, but I just can't wait.